Alright, YouTube, here we go. I have a little treat for you. Somebody by the name of Regina sent me a replay, and this is going to be my first time seeing it along with you, but I've heard about this game, and I am really looking forward to seeing how this goes. So this is a 2v2 from Random Generation Night. Holy Pilgrim and Wicked versus Touch Fluffy Tail and Regina Dea as Avalorn. Apparently, everybody but Regina got the message that this was going to be a auto-gen army only battle. So let's go ahead and take a look at the armies here. So we have Carcassonne and High Elves versus Bretonnia and Avalorn. Cute. Okay, so we got a little bit of a civil war here with at least different faction names. Holy Pilgrim sporting crap infantry, but hey, it's Bretonnia. 3 peasant archers, 2 of them with pox arrows. Those have experience. That's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of cavalry, a field trebuchet, and a Pegasus knight. Touch Fluffy Tail. We're looking at a prophetess as well, but also let's see here, a paladin, some peasant mobs. Funny enough, it looks like an infantry and archery advantage. Fewer units of cavalry, and my least favorite unit in the game, mounted yeoman archers, and a blessed field trebuchet, or just regular field trebuchet, or one of these is blessed. I don't know which one is the blessed one. I guess it looks like Holy Pilgrims might be the blessed one, if the ethereal glow behind the trebuchet is any clue. But I'm really interested in how this is going to kind of play out with the High Elves and Avalorn, because we're going to get into loading up the battle here. Going to put it into slow motion. Okay, so our High Elves player. Ooh, okay, so we got a Prince on the Star Dragon, a Great Eagle, a Flamespire Phoenix, Eagleclaw Bolt Thrower, Sword Masters of Hoeth 2 units, a Mage of Light, Lothern Sea Guards, and they're see, okay, I don't like this deployment. Having played on this map before, I understand wanting to use this area for protection, but the Blessed Field Trebuchet here has trees directly in their line of fire, and they're hiding all of your archers in the woods as well. And the Lothern Sea Guard, it's just, trees block shots. It's what it really boils down to. I would not have deployed there. However, I do see that they have deployed some cavalry off to the side. A unit of Elarielle Reavers and a unit of Silverhelms. Okay. Now let's take a look at Avalorn. Oh my god, what is this? Regina! What? So the Everqueen's Court, and it looks like 4 more units of Sisters of Avalorn. Just hiding in that little corner. We have Elarielle the Radiant on the Great Eagle, and then 4 more units of Sisters of Avalorn. So 9 units of Sisters of Avalorn if you include the Regiment of Renown version. I'm going to go ahead and go into fast forward, because this is going to be a treat. So we got some Knight Errants moving off in the distance. They're probably going to make the first contact with the enemy, just because they don't know the enemy's there. Oh, but they do veer off. Oh man, this is some expert maneuvering from Carcassonne and the High Elves. I like this. They just managed to sneak by the 2 units of Knights Errant. If they're actually even hidden at all, yeah, they are hidden. The indicator is that they are still hidden. That's great. So they're going to get around behind the back end of this formation. I like little maneuvering like that. Meanwhile, the Blessed Field Trebuchet has decided to veto the Sister of Avalorn hidden blob. And we are now in the thick of battle. Here comes the ranged fire from the Sisters. Ooh, good shot from the Field Trebuchet. Not a lot of damage. Bretonnia has moved up with their Yeoman Archers to try and pick away at the Pegasus Knights. I think that's probably the best target. That makes sense to me. I would do that with yeoman archers. The damage is just so minimal, but Pegasus Knights aren't known for having lots of hit points. They do have decent armor and shields, so I could be wrong about that actually. Bretonia is fully advancing on these woods. Bretonia and Avalorn unaware of the cavalry ambush that could be coming from behind them. But let's check out how these sisters are doing. They've already nuked one Swordmasters of Hoeth. And they have been protected on the flanks, and they are getting healed regularly by Elarielle the Radiant. Let's go ahead and we're going to zoom in here on the Everqueen's Court Guard. Just take a look at this battle from their perspective. Here comes the Bretonian cavalry, or the Carcassonne cavalry. They get a... It looks like Regina decided to sacrifice one unit to protect the court guard. Not a bad idea. But yeah, we're just going to watch this battle from the perspective of the court guard here. Here we go. Oh, Elarielle's in the middle of that blob there. Charge immediately. Yes, that's exactly what I would be saying, too. Against this kind of... uh-oh, here they come, here they come. Oh, and those... They were ready for the charge. They jumped up and they were ready to fight. This is nuts. What else is... How are we doing back over here? So the... battle is continuing to pour on. It looks like, yeah, it does look like we have our ambushing force has come out of the woods now, and they've already hit the field trebuchet in the rear, and they're coming after the rest of Avalorn's sisters. Look at this hit. Kapow! That entire unit just got launched, and on into the back of the peasant archers, supported by the Pegasus Knight charge. What a hit! But keep in mind, these are Sisters of Avalorn. They are no slouches in melee combat either. Look at them. They've already freed themselves up from the Bretonian cavalry over here, and they're already nuking another Swordmasters of Hoeth. Now, this Defenders of the Fleur-de-Lis should probably go ahead and get reactivated very soon. This cavalry is going to go ahead and back off. They see the men-at-arms coming. They could probably take it if they charge now from multiple angles, since they're not braced. But right now, they're just letting themselves get shot by all these flaming arrows. That's not a good thing, because the flaming arrows, I believe, might actually have an element of armor piercing. Let me double check that. They might not. I'll see here. It says the breakdown is... Oh, that's the... I need to look at the damage. Yeah, well, it's only 2, so meh. I guess they have armor piercing, technically. Look at this. Even hidden in the woods, this prince is not wanting any of that. They're like, you know what? Go ahead. So they immediately change target once the prince get out of the range and go after the Swordmaster of Hoeth. And even with the trees in the way, you'll see a lot of the shots get deflected and explode against tree trunks, but it still wasn't enough. And Regina probably recognizes that and says, you know what? I just want even better shots. And that unit's probably going to break just standing there. Elarielle's coming to support against the Knights of the Realm, but here comes Foot Squires. She pops up another Earthblood by the looks of it. Oh, no, wait, that was for... I guess not. Oh, no, there's the spell. She must have canceled it in favor of the Star of Avalorn, which makes sense, I guess. I don't know. I'm actually not big into how Elarielle works, but the Star of Avalorn, I have seen it used. What even is the benefit here? It replenishes hit points of combatants. Okay. I'd like to know how that compares to an Earthblood. Oh, there they go. Just peppering the enemy. The Pegasus Knights just charged into. They probably don't want to be in this blob anymore. Everybody's blobbed up around Elarielle. And just like that, there's nobody left for those Sisters of Avalorn to shoot. So the Sisters have decided to shoot their own unit? Who are they going after here? What's the plan, Regina? Is it the routing Companion of Quinlay? I'm guessing on the pronunciation of that, by the way. Look at this chaos. the Bretonnian peasant archers also opening up on blobs. It looks like the Sisters of Avalon are going to go ahead and charge forward now. Let's get back into our follow cam. Look at that court guard. Oh, they definitely found a Great Eagle. Man, look at that. How did it do? That's what I want to know. Actually, Great Eagle has surprisingly large amount of health after all of that. And here comes another Earthblood. Oh, this time it's for the retreating Foot Squires and for the Everqueen's Court. So Elarielle is definitely putting her healing to good work. And oh man, look at it! Just instantly disintegrated that Great Eagle. It's gone. And as you can tell, pretty much all that's left is Avalon at this point. Just doing everything it can to obliterate its enemy. So this highlights a very important thing about the autogen army rule, and that is a point of honor. Please honor your foes, honor your teammates. If you're going to do autogen armies, you actually gotta auto-generate your army. And if you're doing it in a 2v2 scenario, if you're a team member of the person who didn't auto-gen their army, you should say something. Because this was a nuking. There's another Star of Avalon going down over here. I did press escape. Here we go. Oh, she just sitting here pretty underneath of the light of the Star of Avalon, healing up the Bretonnian cavalry, who's now going to go ahead. They've gotten the benefit. The Sisters are going to continue to target the Flame Spire Phoenix. Look at that. Pew, pew, pew. Meanwhile, in the distance, that dragon's sitting there going, is that what I have to face next? Oh my goodness, that Phoenix is doing some epic dodging, but is it going to last? I don't think so. So what's helping that Phoenix last that the Great Eagle didn't have? Because it looks like less armor. Oh, there goes its leadership. And there goes its hit points. It must have been just that it wasn't standing still. And that's it. Valiant defeat for Carcassonne and the High Elves. How's this for an end screen? So many missiles. Missiles definitely carried the day in this one. That was crazy. That was a blast. I'm going to go ahead and end this replay. Let's go ahead and look at these kills. I'm really looking forward to this. So Touch Fluffy Tail, the ally of Avalon, they definitely had some solid production out of their Knights of the Lionhearted, the Knights of the Realm, Regiment of Renown. What unit even is this? I don't recognize it. The Beast Slayers of Bastogne, which are the Regiment of Renowned Foot Squires. Yep. Archers kind of just having mediocre results overall. And then Holy Pilgrim over here with their Carcassonne lineup. Again, the Regents of Renown being the primary contributor. The Companions of Quenelle, I believe is how that's pronounced. The Questing Knights. We got Knights Errant over here. This, the Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis did not get much done, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's check out Wicked. Only 10 units. The Swordmasters of Hoeth. Oh my god. That one just got obliterated by Sisters of Avalon. 2 kills, but I did like their sneak attack with the Silver Helms, the Illyrian Reavers, and with the extra, I do believe, Knights of the Realm that were on this end as well. That was a great plan. Shame it didn't work out for you guys. There are just too many Sisters of Avalon. Speaking of, 34 kills, 20 kills, 24 kills, 18 kills, 32, 27, 23, 41, and 34 kills. All right. I mean, those weren't the numbers I was expecting, but those numbers were on things like sword masters, on things like Lathering Sea Guard, on things like Great Eagles, Flame Spire Phoenixes, just obliterating the High Elves in that battle. So, good game? Question mark, I guess, Regina? I wish I could have been there for the conversation on that one. And I did catch the second half of that. I joined them on voice comms to listen into it, but I wasn't able to watch that battle. But that was a treat to witness. So